You're listening to I Went to a Singles Night, where real people who came along tell us anonymously exactly what it was like, the nerves, surprises, the awkward bits, and everything in between. This week, I went to a singles night because online dating is a minefield.
There's a lot of people out there who aren't who they say they are.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, it's a complete minefield.
Not ideal. I mean, I hear it every day of my life now.
Probably minefields are easier to negotiate, but
and then, like you say, you get on the date, and so one thing about our community is you almost predate somebody before you actually go on a date, so you already know there's a vibe and a spark. And whereas online, it's first time meeting them, so you're almost doing your pre-date on your date. And then if it does, you think it went well, they don't think it went well, then you get ghosted, and I think that impacts on people's self-esteem and self-worth.
Yeah,
because people don't say. I think.
I must admit.
Sorry, go on.
I must admit, a few times, like off the back of going on dates and getting ghosted, you sort of start to think, "Is this worth it?"
Yeah.
But you've got to keep going to hopefully get to where you need to be, so to speak.
Well, we have a drive for love and connection with other people, and even though it's terrible, if that's the only option, people will continue to do that to strive to find. And it works for some people, and you hear stories about it working, so you think, well, it might work for me. But let's come on now to our alternative way of meeting people, which is through our community. So what made you buy your ticket for our Traitors for Daters event then?
Well, it came up on my Facebook feed of "you might like this," and I thought I'll have a look.
Yeah,
and I thought, because I need to, off the back of doing the online dating and the apps, I thought I need to be able to sit in front of people, and actually see them in person.
Yeah, see the whites of their eyes.
I thought, yeah. So I thought, with it being combined with like a game or something, it gives another element to it, and it sort of takes the pressure off. Because like, I think I've never been traditional speed dating where you sit down in front of somebody for X number of minutes and then move on to the next person. But for me, for me, it's knowing what to say in that first 5 minutes. Whereas if you're in a room with a group of people for a length of time, you feel more at ease, which I did.
Oh yeah, you were brilliant.
I just really enjoyed it.
So you bought your ticket because there was less pressure, because the format was a game and it was a bit more chilled, and you still got to meet people face to face. Is that a good summary?
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me about the day you arrived and you were like the build up to it. How did you feel on the day?
On the day, my nerves increased as the day went on. So by the time I actually walked through the door, I was probably on the verge of walking back out the door. No. But I must admit, once I got in there and met yourself, I started to feel at ease, and you did a fantastic job of introducing people.
Yeah.
And as the evening went on, as you know, I gradually settled down and
you were hilarious.
Started to be myself a bit more.
Oh, we'll come on to that in a minute. So the first thing you did then was met everybody in the bar, and I recall that we had like one table, then it grew to, I was like, we're going to need a bigger boat. Then the table became a big blob of tables, and everyone just ended up just chatting like old friends, didn't they?
Yeah.
Really interesting vibe. And then we played Find the Guest Bingo. So how did you find that?
That was interesting, and it was really good because it got you interacting with people from the word go.
Yeah.
Rather than just sitting there thinking, "Oh, shall I talk to that person?" You sort of had to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
Yeah, it's important for that event because you're going into a room then with all of these people and you have to speak to them.
Yeah.
in a game setting, and you have to accuse them of, like, you know, trying to murder you in the night. So I mean, let's come on to that now. So you are my all-time favorite person that's ever been to our
Oh,
werewolf, because
thank you.
you got hammered, didn't you? Tell
I
everyone
did.
about what happened.
I was literally slaughtered. First, first person killed off in both games.
Yeah, you were day one kill, weren't you?
I
Good
was,
one.
I was, I was destined to be a corpse.
And you took it so well. The second time you got killed off, you just walked up and got your own dead lanyard, because you have to get a dead lanyard when
Yes.
you were, I'll just get my own, shall I? But did that affect your experience? Because you were still very active in, like, everyone gets to speak and gets to accuse people. It's not like you're dead and then you don't get to play, is it?
No. And because because I was dead,
Yeah.
it almost allowed me to analyze people a bit more and
Yeah.
try and work out who was who. I actually got quite a good success rate at finding the werewolf.
Yeah.
I did quite well.
Well, you didn't have the pressure of trying to stay alive, did you? Or
No.
killing people.
No, but it was hilarious. As you said, the second time I got killed off, I literally just resigned to my fate. And as you said, I went and got my own lanyard. I knew the drill by then. So
Yeah, I mean, what did you think of the people that were the werewolves? Do you think they played a good game? Like, what do you think it's like to be a werewolf in the game?
I think they played it really well. I must admit, I was a little bit disappointed I wasn't a werewolf, because
You'd have been killed straight away.
well, you never know. Karma might have given me a different hand. I might have survived a bit better if I'd have been a werewolf. I don't know. But no, it was a fantastic night, and it was really good fun.
Yeah.
And it was almost to the point where when you get into the game, you sort of start to forget why you're there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until probably the last half an hour or so when you said, "Don't forget to fill in your cards," I thought, "Oh bloody hell, I'm here for dating. I'm not here for the," you know. And but it was nice because you got so involved. As I said, it took the pressure off, and it allowed you to concentrate a little bit more on people than I think you would if it was purely just a dating scenario in front of people. If you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. And you get a lot of time with people. So you're there with them for 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
By the end of that, you kind of get a feeling whether you fancy someone, whether you like their character, the way they play the game, that they laugh a lot.
And as the evening wore on, the banter was starting to come out.
Yeah.
And I think that allows you to see a more personal side of somebody.
Yeah.
Rather than if you're just sat in front of them in a traditional speed dating scenario.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes complete sense. Yeah. So anyone who's thinking about this event then, like, what advice would you give to them?
Sign up straight away.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate. Just do it.
Do you know what's very interesting to me is in the younger category, so we're doing the 25 to 35 on the 9th, the men sign up so fast. I've only got 2 men's tickets left, but the ladies are more hesitant. Whereas with the older category, so I think, what did we do, 40 to 55?
I think 45 to 55.
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I think there was a little bit of leeway, a couple of years either way. Yeah.
Yeah, always. But with that category, it was the ladies who jumped on it and were like 100% in, and the men were more hesitant. So it's very, I'm starting to notice now with the dating that there's patterns of buying.
Yeah.
And I just find it quite fascinating.
But I would, if another one came up in my age group, I would be first to buy a ticket, because I absolutely loved it.
It is so much fun, even if you don't find somebody. But let's come on to dating. Did you get a date?
I did, yes.
You did. There you go. So you had a date.
Yeah.
You talk about like what went on your date, because that's private. But you know, you had a date from that, and I know that you've been talking to different people from different events, haven't you? So life's not quiet anymore, is it?
Yeah. But I've signed up for the karaoke, so.
Oh, Fabulous. Okay, so what do you feel are the challenges with dating these days?
It just seems so much more complicated than it did years ago.
How many years ago are we talking?
Well, but back when dinosaurs ruled the earth, but like, to be honest, like years ago, you'd you'd meet a girl that you liked, you'd flirt for a couple of hours, you'd say, "Will you go out with me?"
Yeah.
They would say yes or no, and then that was it. You were boyfriend and girlfriend from the word go.
Hmm.
But like now, like it seems quite hard, and it seems quite a minefield.
Yeah.
It's like if when you start chatting with somebody, like when you're texting, it's finding that right balance of how often to text and what to text, and then like from my perspective, I've been on a few dates with a lady.
Yeah.
When we're on a date, when we're actually sat in front of each other, there's a real vibe, and we get on well. The conversation flows,
Yeah.
and then when it comes to messaging in between, I just get ghosted,
No, it's
and it
almost
gets
like there are rules, isn't it? And we
yeah,
don't know
and
what they are.
it gets really frustrating
Yeah.
from my point of view that you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's almost like
It's
you have to guess.
yeah, like there are rules of engagement, but you don't know what the rules of engagement are.
You're so right. So have you tried the old online dating then?
I have, and it was interesting, shall we say. I'll have a go at murdering a tune.
Oh, 100%.
See what happens. Is there plans for another Werewolves and Villagers event for the 45 to 55 age group?
Yes, I would like to put another one on. I actually am in discussions with a venue in Shrewsbury as well, so we might be able to look at doing something over there as well as something over here in the future, and a bit of speed dating over there as well. So there's a few choices now as to where we can put the event on, and I think I would definitely love to run another one because it is my favourite event. I'm not gonna pretend that is my
Yeah,
favourite event, largely because my brother does all the work on the
I
day.
was I was just going to say Joe was amazing.
Oh, he's so good, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'm trying to book him for things. He's so busy. I'm like, can you do this date? Can you do that date? There's a lot of moving parts behind the scene.
yeah.
So yes is the answer. Just give me time.
Okay,
We've
okay.
got quite a few speed datings coming up, looking at my diary. But there is a gap in October. So what do you reckon?
Sounds like a plan.
It does sound like a plan. And we're just booking in the Halloween disco as well at the moment. So we've got a lot coming up, you know.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, which is good because if you come to an event and you don't find someone, it's nice to think that there's a community out there, isn't there, that you can
Yeah.
just keep coming back to and having a laugh, even if you haven't met the one yet.
Like I must admit, because it is a little community, even though you don't go on dates, you can interact with people and you can chat, and
Mm.
which you don't get with other dating mediums, shall we say?
Yeah, I agree. And you make friends with people, and then you
Yeah,
get used to seeing them, and you oh hi again, and how have you been? And it's so
yeah.
nice feeling.
Because like when at the disco on Friday, there was a few, obviously people that were at the Werewolves and Villagers, and it was like, oh hi, how you doing? You know,
That's it. Yeah,
and
you recognise people.
the people become familiar.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
and from
Which
that,
is
sometimes slow burns happen.
yeah.
Right, we better wrap up.
Okay then, Pixie.
I'll see you on the 23rd.
Okay, right. See you soon.